Craig story.
That's what the baby be doing. Shut up the phone.
Alright. Welcome back to my channel, guys. More talks, more conversation with Ashylah Craig. And today we're going to be pretty much discussing my and her premise on casual sex. If you guys have seen my first YouTube video that I ever created, then that is actually what I was discussing. The link will be in the comments, so go mother like it. If you're wondering why I'm like sitting there like this in the video and I'm like really conservative, it's because it's my first video and it really takes a long time to get a personality on here. So F you if you're talking shit. Anyways, so just to gather up information here, my premise on casual sex is I feel like sex should not be casual. There's actually nothing casual about sex. It's not something that you just go and like, you know what I'm saying, like, hey, let's link up today and then see you when I see you. I just don't believe it's supposed to be like that. Sex is actually supposed to be sacred. It is actually many different religions, and I believe the reason for our STD and whatever STD rate is so high is because people do participate in casual sex more often than we think. So that's pretty much my thing on what I believe. So what is your take on casual sex? Are you for it? You're not for it?
I am for casual sex. Me personally, I feel like it depends on the person. Like, if you can separate your business from your pleasure with that person, then go for it. Because we're all human beings and we all have like that itch sometimes.
But we only have the itch because we unlock it anyway.
Cause what?
Because we only have, you mean the itch, like the urge, the sexual sex drive?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like, we feel so bad, like we want sex because we started doing it. We've been doing it for so long. People that actually are virgins until they get married have no idea what it feels like to just want to really have sex after you've been doing it for so long.
Virgins
That's almost like
don't get horny.
They do, but it's not compared to what we experience because we've already opened the canal. You know what I'm saying? Like, the boat has already been rowed. The waters have already been flowing. So it's like, two virgins, it's not nowhere near the same. Shapiro actually talked about that because he was a virgin until he got married. Okay, so like, what about... Okay, so that's the only thing that you have like to say.
Well, no, because... And I feel like protection is a strong factor in casual sex because it's creating a barrier between you and that person. Like, yeah, we're sharing this, this physical interaction, but I'm not really taking in, like, I feel like the condom prevents more than STDs, honestly.
Yeah.
Because, like, whatever energy that person, in my personal perspective, like, I feel like whatever energy that person has, that condom is blocking all of that. Because when I, like...
Oh, you saying, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, like, it's a barrier, period. So I feel like, if you're not having casual sex... Well, if you are having casual sex, but it's unprotected, I can see why it's, like, it wouldn't be beneficial to you. Because you're catching feelings and vibes and all that other stuff.
I disagree wholeheartedly.
Well, I don't know. That's just me personally, because it feels different. It feels totally different, and it's like you just have, and it's all about your mindset, bro. Like if you take two people that are so like they got their shit together, they have their goal set. It's just like I just need somebody to scratch my itch when I have it, and if it's solely like. You come over, scratch my itch, we chill for a little bit, and that's it. Like, no, you can't, there has to be a line that you draw, and you can't cross the line. If you constantly crossing that line, then you're constantly going the extra mile to make it harder on yourself. Mm-hmm. Because it is casual. It's not, like, everyday type shit. And I think that's where people mess up, too. Like, casual sex isn't every weekend, because you're in a relationship with that person.
So people have an itch every weekend.
That's a problem.
And then so 2 things actually, because it's like back up here. First of all, we gotta go back to this condom thing. wearing condoms is like 80 or 90%, blocks, pregnancy and stuff like that, or protection against, getting fertilized. Now, when we're going into like the emotional, like spiritual aspect of this, I feel like that's something totally different. Because, first of all, sex is the gateway to life. So I don't really feel like there's any way to avoid like things that just come with that naturally. Because sex is so intimate. You know what I mean? You get into it. You like, wow, like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? You're feeling all these things. So in a way, you're really not blocking feelings. You're increasing them. And what else did you say? I had to get that out.
Because imagine unprotected sex. Like you feel way more than you would without, or rather than having the condom on. So I feel like all of them, boys are different. Like you can feel
another thing you're going out the camera. Another thing I was gonna say is that casual sex, like he may be having protected sex with you,
right?
And because it's so casual, there's no strings attached. He can go do whatever he wants,
and that's cool.
Condoms really only protect you from a certain number or certain type of STDs. You don't have to even have sex to catch herpes. 90% of people perform oral sex.
Yeah, none of that. If it's casual sex, you can't do none. You can't do.
But there's no guidelines in casual sex.
Shit.
That's what I'm saying. There's no guidelines. It's just casual. You do, and then the way that people are. Let's be real. The way people are today and the mindset. People ain't using condoms. No one is using condoms. Most of my friends that have kids now, usually it does come across in the conversation eventually, oh, he didn't want to wear condoms. I wasn't on birth control. It was just there's something that kind of happened. So it's like most people, whether you're in a relationship or not, most people are not using condoms. As much as we be like, ew, nasty, oh my gosh. Especially a man, like, he don't owe nothing to you. He ain't got no ties to you. I mean, he may put a condom on with you, but anybody else he possibly is having sex with, which normally they do. Okay, you can have a longer casual relationship with somebody, but they have maybe 2 or 3 others as well.
Right.
So it's like, and then the longer you do have sex with somebody, despite whatever else they're doing, you do have that more comfortability, and you're like, maybe just one time without the condom is fine. Maybe just one time, like. Things increase. It's levels to this. McMill said it's levels to this.
It's all about the person. That's where I feel like that person that you're actually having the casual sex with comes into play. Because, like, if you're with a dude who, like, okay, if you present casual sex to somebody and the guy's automatically like, okay, well, I don't fuck with the condoms. Then if you're a person that does, like, that's... like, we're not doing this without a condom.
Yeah.
Then
it's not many of those people left.
Right. But then you know that's not the person that you should be choosing to have casual sex with, because it's probably because y'all are already not on the same page. I feel like you have to be 100% on the same page. Like with me, for example, if we're doing casual sex, I don't want oral sex from you, and I don't want to kiss you, and we're not doing certain positions. Because I feel like all of those... No, for real, because I feel like all of those things... Yes, I dotted line.
This is what's going down.
And we're using condoms because all of those, because those 4 things, like, they all have different things that come with them. Like, if we're not using condoms, then I'm touching you on a different level.
Right.
So I'm catching them extra feelings. I'm catching them extra vibes.
Let's go to that next.
Yes,
these feelings and vibes. These feelings and vibes. Me personally, now, and I already said this in my last video, so y'all can't get mad. But not my last video, but my casual sex video. As a female, we are emotional creatures, right? Women, I would say, lead more emotionally. Men lead with their ego and whatever other crap comes under that. Now, for the women that's out there that be like, oh, I don't care, I can just do this, and I ain't got no feelings. You know what I'm saying? You savage, you cold to all of that or whatever. Like, it don't faze you. In my eyes, I feel like you have maybe not abused, but you have participated in casual sex for so long with whoever or however many number of people to where you literally are desensitized to having an emotional attachment to someone in that form.
That makes
so
sense.
it's almost like when you it's almost like smoking weed. Your first time you smoke weed, you're like gassed. You know what I mean? The longer you smoke, you ain't that high. You'll be a little bit high, but you're like, man, this joint gonna wear off in like an hour or two. Right. I need to go ahead and have another one rolled up. So it's the same thing. Like, that's what I believe about women. Men are different because they're not as emotional creatures. A man can literally sleep with like 5 chicks and not even think about none of that the next day. The female is. She's gonna think about it. It's gonna cross her mind like, oh dang, he was doing this, and like, you know what I'm saying? That's just kind of how we are.
Like, it's different.
So with that being said, I just don't feel like it's really possible to separate like emotions, because again, sex itself is intimate. Like, it's a sexual and emotional thing.
If you make it, like, I feel like unprotected sex, that makes it intimate, because, like, bro, I can't describe it. It's a barrier. It's like, I'm touching you, like, we're butt naked, but it's something. It's a block somewhere, so that just prevents some shit from crossing.
And usually,
and then no kissing. Like, kissing, that's a very intimate thing. Yeah. So I feel like
I'm funny about that anyway. So
yeah, like, if you trying to, like, I'm not making out with you. Like,
I'm not even like a make out.
We came here to do. I'm not finna. No. And then, okay, like, the missionary. That's very intimate versus
doggy style.
Yes.
I mean, true, but
you can like if you missionary in his face, looking into his eyes, like, like, you don't take feelings off that. Like, if you and then it's not protected, so you just feeling all of that, all the everything. You feel everything. But
I will agree with positions. I will agree.
I'm not looking at you. I'm not, and then it's a barrier, so it's like you barely even, like, it just
know who's there.
Exactly.
Nah, see, hell no. First of all, I need to know who the hell is back there around here. I need to know. Like,
well, okay, no, right. Of course you know. Wait, hold on. Of course you know. Right, of course you know who's back there, but I guess it goes to say, like, you don't care how much weight that person holds back there.
What you mean?
Like, because it's like, we come in here for a certain thing. Like, I don't really care for you as a person. Like,
damn! Oh, snap. See, that's that cold shit I'm talking about. That's that cold joy I'm talking about.
But because, okay, I'm this way because I've been in a relationship with somebody that, like, it has blocked me. Like, sex just really isn't.
Mucinex. Tried to get rid of Mucinex a long time ago.
Anyway, like, okay, so I guess it changes my whole mindset of, like, sex, period, because you can have sex with 1,000 people, like, and if you catch feelings for them, it's gonna be fucked up.
1,000 people?
Yeah, like, I mean, if you catch, like, you could, okay, versus you can have sex with 1,000 people and not catch feelings for them, but if you have sex with that, am I saying this backwards?
Good. What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say, like, the reason why I'm cold-hearted about it is because of my past relationships. Like, having sex turn into feelings has been bad for me, personally. So, I've a mechanism of my list of things, my contracts.
Okay,
when it comes to casual sex, so that I personally don't catch feelings.
That makes more sense. That's understandable.
Okay,
I got you. The reason I have participated in casual sex, and the reason I am doing my best to choose not to, is that's what I'm talking about. Once you start something, it's like a domino effect.
Yeah,
but it's like,
and that's another thing I was trying to say. Like, you can't do casual sex all the time. Because then it's not casual.
Do.
Yeah, no.
That's the reality
that's on the contract too. If I saw you on Monday, you not seeing me for the rest
Friday.
Of the week. Yeah, like, you not like, I need at least, because that's when feelings get involved. Like,
yeah,
if I'm with you Monday and then I see you Tuesday and then I see, like, we together. Like, what you like? We was just all together. We were just together for the past.
My thing with casual sex is like, I just can't. For me personally, I can't separate like the whole feeling thing. Like, I can keep it in check. I'm not gonna be crazy or anything. But it just never plays out. Even ending on like a cool note in the end. Like, either he gets mad about something, or I get mad about something, or he caught feelings. And I'm like, oh snap, hold on, let me back up. Or I caught feelings, and he looking like, you done switched it up on me. So it's never been, despite what was said in the beginning, the contract is always violated. So
always.
It's always violated because there is no right or wrong person though to have casual sex with. Unless you are, I don't know, in a relationship.
No.
Because you know it's exclusively, or supposed to be, in a relationship exclusively between you two, and there's no need to fight and go against and that's something else I brought up in my casual sex video. That's another thing. You have to seriously sit there and be conscious about not feeling this and don't feel this way, and it's like, bump that. I want to feel all of it. I want it to touch me head to toe.
Yeah, no.
But like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You got to be casual. I mean, not casual. You got to be conscious about not feeling a certain way and don't do this. I actually personally, well, that's gonna be going too deep. Never mind. Let me dial it back. Reel it in. Reel that joint back in. And I'm about to say something else. Yeah, I just personally can't separate it. Just as a female, just knowing how we are emotional creatures, it's like, I be looking at other people. I'm like, I don't know how you do it, bro. It's almost like when you see them strong women in them strong contests. You're like, what the f?
If you get your feelings hurt enough, you gonna learn to put that bitch away. Like,
I've had my heart.
Here's my heart. Here's my heart. Like, nigga, no, put that shit
back in a box.
Put that shit away, bro.
And another thing too is like, I don't like
to stop doing that.
I don't like the distruth or just the lies that come with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people do be lying.
They lie for no reason, and it's just like, that's why you can't hit them with the okay and just scratch you off the appointment book for next time.
Yeah,
because like I said, it's a whole contract.
Yeah,
right?
it is. It is.
And if you don't abide by it, then you're not serious about casual sex, and then you're not right, and then you're not the right person for me, because my person is going to do what I say. Like, cause in the end, this is what you want.
My body, my choice.
Okay, right. You're gonna do what I say do so that you can get it. And honestly, if we're on the same page, then it's gonna be a wonderful situation.
Yeah, situationship.
Exactly. It's not a relationship at all. Okay, yeah. Back to the whole vibes thing.
Okay, it's gonna be the last thing. This video getting long as hell.
So yeah,
vibes or feelings? What you talking about?
Both.
Well, I guess same difference.
I feel like a lot of that shit is blocked. Me personally, with a condom.
That makes no sense. Why? Because it's just a condom. Your feelings have nothing to do with a condom. If you mean like the actual feelingness of like sex, yes, that's different.
Yeah, like,
but if you're talking about like internal like feelings for that person, whole nother story.
I guess with internally the feelings, the position goes more into that one.
I would say that too.
But I guess I'm talking about the feeling of sex. Because yes, it'll feel good, but it's like, okay, it's like using it's like using a dildo versus using a real dick.
Nah,
yes, because
can't compare. Because you will never be able to compare.
You will be able to compare it, because what's the difference between
never will be.
What's the difference between a dildo, not them extra shits with the vibrating and the foot and the butterfly wings, not that one.
The stand.
Yeah, like they call it the rabbit's foot, the shit that be.
What? What? I don't even. Oh,
yes.
The bullet?
Yes. They have like dildos with the bullet on it. But anyway, that's. So okay, what I'm trying to say is, it's the real thing and then it's the dildo. If you put a condom on the real thing, what's the difference between, like, feeling wise? What's the difference between a dildo and a condom, or a dildo and a real dick?
First of all,
you're blocking the skin part, so it gives you a different feeling internally.
But we already discussed it. Yeah, it feels different, feels good without it, but that has nothing to do with like how I actually feel about the person and what's being done.
Can you get hooked off of, like, can you get dickmatized off of dick that's protected?
Yes, it's dick. Dick is powerful. That's why it's got a capital D. Capital D.
I guess it just depends on the person then, because me, I've only been like have to have it on some like on my exes, and we wasn't.
Nah, if it's good, homeboy, nobody doing it. Don't matter the condom on or off. I'm hello. Hello. I'm back. But no. Like,
yeah, no.
I personally feel like there's I mean, no, that definitely the number count is one hand. Like, but I mean, that's pretty much my premise on the whole casual sex thing. I don't approve.
I'm for it as long as you find somebody to abide by your contract.
And then in the end too,
the right person.
Oh, what? Say it again.
And the right person, because it all depends on the person. If you're trying to have casual sex with somebody that is trying to have all the time, like just somebody that's just trying to fuck. Okay, that's
casual sex.
Yes and no. Yes and no. Only because a person that's trying to fuck is, I'm
like do it a couple times and then be gone.
Yeah, that, or just like, bro, I'm like across the street from your house right now. Like, what's up? Like, nigga, I got you in the book for Tuesday at 8. Like, I don't know.
Fall in line.
Yeah, basically. Somebody,
okay,
somebody that's going to abide by your contract.
Yeah,
because if it's somebody that's on their grind, bro, like they tunnel vision and they only need that person to itch they scratch, they not finna like, damn, I'm just horny on a Monday, so let me hit you up. No. Just
to bring this in there because, you know, you never know who's watching this. So, that's actually what happened to me in my last situationship is, you know, that actually makes sense. Like, somebody just wanting to fuck, and, you know, they created this whole scenario like, oh, we're cool. We were in high school together.
Right.
We were like this, and I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? It's my dog, whatever. He done went off to the military, came back, blue, blase, chill out. Blase, like, it's going, you know what I mean? Like, we cool, we adults. He's adulting, I'm adulting, but really he just wanted to, you know, he was one of those guys.
Yeah, like nobody wants. You gotta find somebody that's for you and what you're talking about. So
yeah,
right,
somebody that's for you. I'm sorry, I had to throw that in there.
But then again, this is not a relationship. So if it's not for me, then let me know and I'll put that in the contract. Like,
and if you're on a break in your relationship,
noted.
Don't bring none of that shit over here.
Yeah, if you
because people be quick trying to go back to their ex after they did. Like, after they get done over here, I'm gonna go back to my ex.
Then pop up with a whole baby. Couldn't even do that with a straight face.
Yo, they be quick to do that, bro. Like
with a whole baby. Talk about some new year, new blessings.
That's that new year, new me shit. Last video, 2020 video. Check it out. New Year's resolution. We ain't playing no games with that.
New blessings.
That's some ignorant shit.
I done fucked up my casual sex and got her pregnant. That's why you use condoms.
Or just don't do it at all. Do it with somebody that's special so you can unleash the Kraken on somebody else. That's what my mom calls it. Well, actually, that's what she says when I get angry. She's like, Miranda's gonna unleash the Kraken. You ain't see Clash of the Titans? That shit was crazy. He was like, release the Kraken. That big ass shit came out the water. Was crazy. That's like my favorite movie. But all right, y'all, we out. Follow her on IG. It'll be right here somewhere. The little ding sound has already happened, so somewhere in this bitch right here. It might be over there actually. I don't know. And also subscribe. When you subscribe, click the little bell thingy that's beside it. I don't even know what the shape is. It's like this, and then it comes down. Anyways, yeah, make sure you subscribe and click the bell. And No. And if your body was shaped like that, you'd be fucked.
Hey, that's for y'all bitches out here looking like the fucking bell on YouTube. Yeah.
Why was the slay so hard? Yo, we are out. This video is over. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe.
Wrap that dick up.